Side of the state. Welcome to the SJB Pavilion. It is Arkansas. It is Ole Miss in Oxford today. So Mississippi State, now 2-0 in league play. Is Arkansas going to get there? Glad you're with us. Hogs with the early 4-1 advantage. Just a few minutes into this one. Ole Miss trying to hit a field goal. They have been dealing with the tenacious Arkansas defense, and they're on the move again after the latest turnover.
Ole Miss has got to really value taking care of that basketball. I mean, they're going to get a lot of pressure from an Arkansas team that pressures you with pressure defense, but they've got to be able to have really good ball security tonight.
So Arkansas, meanwhile, gives it right back to Chris Beard's team. There's the third-year boss in Oxford. Last year, that veteran team, they went to the Sweet 16. This year, it's a virtually different rotation outside of the returning starter Malik Dia. And so this unit continues to blend together and crystallize. This is one of the first-year Rebels. That is Ilyas Comardine, knocks down the triple.
Comardine is a guy, again, that scores the basketball for him, can distribute the basketball, but Chris Beard's won everywhere he's been. Yep. I mean, he's a winner. It's just a matter of time of getting this group here playing really hard and playing together at a very high level. Got
several national coaches of the year, by the way, not only on the sideline, but in the building as well. There's a foul. And so this one's going back to the Rebels. Meanwhile, there's the Hall of Famer from Moon Township, Pennsylvania, three-time National Head Coach of the Year. And so with that win over his counterpart, Rick Barnes, the other day, they're now tied there atop the the active winningest list. Head coaches in college basketball. They're going to be trading wins this season, trading places perhaps.
Really good friendly rivalry between those two guys. They're good friends and, highly competitive, both of those coaches.
Well, that was the most impressive win of opening weekend. Nice lob that time to James Scott. It was Klafke who sent it up to the 6'10" junior.
Great job of getting into the paint. Ole Miss needs to try to get into that interior defense of Arkansas.
So the Rebels have hit back-to-back. What is critical early in this game for Ole Miss against a ranked foe?
Again, taking care of the basketball, setting their tone with their defense. They've been really good defensively all year long, and keeping these guys off the glass with second chance opportunities.
Oh, Rodney, there is the first make for the five-star alpha from Detroit. That's Darius Acuff Jr. coming off the 29-point performance against Tennessee. So every night, something different. Well, last night we had the interesting finish on the Plains. What's going to happen? Texas A&M holding off Auburn. And so what's going to happen here tonight in Oxford? So it's 6-all, 5 minutes in. Arkansas with the most impressive win of the opening weekend on Saturday. That top 25 victory against Tennessee. Wound up beating the Vols by 11. Going on a late surge to put an end to a very competitive, entertaining game that they ultimately win. Off the bench, Billy Richmond quickly gets a touch and a bucket.
Again, Ole Miss has to take care of that basketball. They've got to be strong with the basketball, especially around that basket. You can't, again, feed this fast break offense. Arkansas really wants to get out and play fast. They're one of the best fast break teams in the country.
They are playing an exciting brand of basketball this year. Ilyas Comardine, a lot of dribbling here. Beyond the arc, throws it away. There's Malik Thomas. Gathers, Thomas, blocked. Then the follow, Richmond is there.
And these are live ball turnovers right now. You don't want live ball turnovers where the team has a chance to go and advance the ball and to go score on the other end. You want to really, again, meet passes against Arkansas and be strong with the ball.
Travis Perry, bounce it to Dia. Comardine is open. Comardine for three. That's strong. And so Arkansas now back on the move. Acuff, that's a difficult one. Got bumped off by Perry, and it will stay here. Scott could not corral it.
Again, live ball turnover. You see Malik Thomas in the passing lane with the finish there. You got the goat on the glass right there finishing out, Billy Richmond. He's around that ball at all times. He's Mr. Energy. He's around that basketball.
You hear John Calipari say it often. We need more guys to play like Billy Richmond, play with that energy.
That's right.
And so you see the 4 steals already tonight for Arkansas. This is Knox on the baseline. Back out to Thomas. Left wing three. It's good.
That's what Thomas does. Thomas comes in the game, and he is a walking bucket. I mean, he comes in, he's wired to score.
And so, Rodney, a 9-0 run for the Hogs. Jiffa could not score it. Quickly into the front court. Richmond to Knox. Carter Knox got it. Arkansas is running.
First down defense tonight. Getting back, transition defense is going to be a premium for Ole Miss. Arkansas is going to really look to push the pace up the floor.
Taking the top off, by the way, the defense going from front court, back court into front court very quickly. Ole Miss, 2 of 6 from the floor, plus all those turnovers we talked about. Zach Day getting some early minutes. After the miss, ball is going to go back to Arkansas. It was Ewan who saved it.
Thomas comes in the game. He's wired to score. He's ready to score the basketball. He's like a microwave when he comes in the basketball game. You see Knox finishing strong there. Again, keeping these guys out of transition, out of fast break opportunities is going to be, again, a premium for Ole Miss. As you see them changing the defense right now a little bit, showing some zone.
You know, we're only 7-8 minutes into this game. Already 6 different Hogs have scored. So just about everybody has gotten a touch and turned an opportunity into a bucket.
Arkansas worked in shoot around on this zone defense. They knew they were going to see some zone tonight at some point. And again, Ole Miss will show zone and go to man, but they stayed in the zone possession in that position there.
So that time it works. They forced the Thomas miss. Trying to get right on this side. Dia over to Day. Jiffa in the corner. He can shoot it, and he hits it.
Great one more extra pass by Day. Jiffa ready to shoot the basketball. He's a guy that, again, has scored at every place. I mean, started at UTEP. Scored the ball really well at high point as well.
The first-year Rebel shooting 40% from distance. Carter Knox nails the 3.
It's a good sign when you see Carter Knox making shots from the perimeter. We know he's going to be a guy that plays really good defense and he's on the glass, but making that shot from the perimeter, seeing that ball go through the basket for Knox is a big sign for Arkansas.
Yeah, he is their most effective three-point shooter. Arkansas doubling up Ole Miss.
3 points, 48% from 3. He's a really good passer, underrated passer in terms of what he's been able to do in terms of distributing the basketball. He's made a lot of guys around him better, his teammates.
You know, for a freshman, that shows a lot about the maturity that he plays with, just how savvy he is in terms of his decision-making out there.
Well, his poise and demeanor, the way he carries himself like an older player already, yeah. And I think, again, you see the care factor in him. He just wants to win and makes everyone else around him better.
Meanwhile, Malik Dia hits all 3 at the line. He got fouled on a 3-point attempt just before the timeout. That is Ole Miss's leading scorer, and he can pop off any night. He's got 3 double-doubles on the season. So how will he and the Rebels handle that Arkansas physicality tonight?
He's been their most consistent player.
This is Ewan. He gets doubled and then fouled.
Really aggressive defense right there by Ole Miss. Ole Miss is, again, under Coach Beard. Coach Beard's teams are always going to be really sound, tough, fundamentally, physical. You see the trap there as the ball went inside there.
You know, that game a couple of days ago against Oklahoma, it was a very competitive one. It was tight throughout until the final 5 minutes or so. That's when Oklahoma pulled away. There's a drive. This is A.J. Storr. Score it.
Great job by Storrs attacking the paint. Good finish there.
And so Storr, he is one of their productive starters that score in double figures coming off the bench today. Ewan with that high arcer. Rebound down to the Rebels. So Ole Miss here has scored 5 in a row. Can they add to this run? Dia sizing up Richmond. Dia's got the height advantage here. Instead, kick it cross court. Dangerous pass picked off by Thomas. Thomas gathers. Thomas! It's good.
He knows what to do with it now. When he's in open court, I mean, he's one of the best in the country. Young player, as a freshman, can really finish and score the basketball. But those live ball turnovers, you got to be able to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, they've been back-breaking early on. That's now, what, 5 steals for Arkansas. And they have turned it into points. Pinkins offline on the long 2. Thomas quickly Into the front court, he gathers. Back out to Richmond. The lefty wants it. Richmond, 4-3.
Billy's really improved his stroke, man. He's worked really hard at it. We know he's going to bring the energy in. He's going to be a defensive guy and impact the game in a number of different ways. But he started doing that on a consistent basis. I mean, the sky's the limit on how good he's going to be.
Yeah, look out. Storr scores it at the rim. The senior from Rockford, Illinois. Gets it back to a 7-point game. Past the midway mark, first half.
This Ole Miss team really needs A.J. Storr to play at a very high level like he did at Wisconsin.
His last few games failed to score double figures, and he has got that ability in his bag. Dia from 16.
I love Dia's game this year. He's playing at like an older player with experience. He's a guy, again, that played on the Sweet 16 team last year. He's one of the starters back from last year. You need him to give you a presence on both ends of the floor.
He's got 5 early on. Thomas defended by Pinkins. They got a foul, and so Thomas is going to the line. Confident player, as you mentioned. He will let it fly. He has been efficient, though, from distance as well in his first 15 college games.
Kevin, and when he was a sophomore, he was a guy that was on everybody's radar. When we saw him, we saw his size. We saw his ability in terms of scoring the basketball. Early on as a young player, he was a guy that we were always like, man, if you can have an opportunity to recruit this kid, he's going to have a chance to be a special player.
Second on the team in scoring, he and Acuff. They have been excellent. Brazil punched that one. It was last touched by Ole Miss, though, so it does stay with the Razorbacks. Chris Beard's team within 6. You see the record, 8-6 next to Ole Miss's name. All of those losses, all to power conference teams, and many of them went down to the wire. They've been in so many close battles. Acuff with the shot clock draining, left it short.
A lot of possession games down the stretch.
Storr stepping back. That's a high arcer. Pringle got his hands on it, and that's a foul on James Scott. So that's the first on the junior for Ole Miss.
Pretty quick shot right there. I think, shot selection is going to be really important again. I mean, Chris Beard's teams are going to play extremely hard on defense, and when they come down, they want to get a quality shot. You can't work really hard on defense to come down and not get a really good shot and an opportunity to score the basketball for your team.
As you mentioned, Dia has led the way in that department. Comardine, the first-year player from France, and Storr, the other double-figure scorers, the reliable scorers for this team in the early goings. Brazil lost the handle, got bailed out by the whistle. And was he in the act of shooting? I think Vlad Tadal did signal that he was. So, yes, Brazil's going to go to the line for 2.
Well, I like the aggressiveness from Brazil. I mean, Brazil's a guy we know can catch and shoot from the 3, but to be able to put the ball on the deck at his size at 6'9", the versatility is another dimension for this Arkansas team.
Brazil can go off on any given night. It's some of the other things that he has done in his final season of college basketball that has really stood out. Take just a couple of days ago, for example, the defensive tenacity, the deflections, the blocks, the steals, a lot of little things in that win against Tennessee.
I think, again, he's really matured as a player. I mean, had a chance to grow. You always talk a lot of times about running your own race. He's had a chance to run his own race, and he's doing a great job in his senior season here.
He's top 10 in the league in blocks and rebounding. Playing with an urgency. He's got his team back up by 8. Perry looking to improvise. Perry pulls it. It's a deep one. Brazil nearly had it. Scott deflects it. And a new 20 here for Ole Miss. So the Rebels are trying to capitalize. Down 8, 7:30 to play, first half. Comardine driving kick. This is Day. That's offline. Thomas with his eyes up. Thomas got it. Well, I thought for a moment he was going to pull it. He gets the little bit of separation, and Arkansas converts.
Second chance opportunities. Pringle on the glass. Offensive rebound. You got to be able to put a body on him. He's an excellent offensive rebounder.
So biggest advantage of this opening period for Arkansas. It leads by 10. And you can see it's got the advantage there in terms of the second chance points. This is Day. Comardine lets it fly. Comardine got it.
In rhythm right there with Comardine, getting an opportunity to step right into his shot there.
He's the 22-year-old from Marseille, France. He's playing in the French A-League last couple of seasons. Comes back over. He's got 1 year of college ball. A takeaway and the lay-in. So a quick 5-0 Comardine burst.
Comardine's doing it on both ends of the floor right now. Got to steal in the gap there defensively. Great finish.
He's got 8 points to lead all Rebels. Oh, Comardine! That one right into his web. He took it away. Missed the three.
Had a heat check right there. Got to like it, though. He's aggressive right now. Love the way he's playing on both ends of the floor.
So another offensive rebound for the Rebels. Comardine holds it. 7 to shoot. Comardine, pulls another. That's a deep three. Ball back to Arkansas. So it takes us to a timeout. Arkansas had a 10-point edge. 2 and a couple of TDs the other day against Georgia to send them to the national semifinal.
You got to love those matchups, Kevin. I mean, the storylines on both of those matchups are really good with the teams that are still playing right now.
Think about who's still alive in this thing. Think about the brands, the teams. I mean, regardless of how it shakes out, we are going to have a very unique national championship matchup. There's Darius Acuff. He now has 4. And so this, you want to talk about just high stakes for this university, for the community.
Well, Kevin, you talk about historic seasons for both Indiana and Ole Miss, playing this deep into the season right now.
Those are the two. You say what? You wonder what would happen. Perry, by the way, hits the 3. It's back to a 4-point game in Oxford. Chris Beard's Rebels here on the hardwood. They're looking for their first SEC win, an opportunity today against the 15th ranked Hogs coming off of their win against Tennessee. Acuff looking to take over. Late shot clock. Acuff, that is a difficult fall away.
Kevin, he can score at every level. I mean, he can take you off the bounce. He can shoot the 3. He can distribute the basketball. He can finish at the rim. I mean, he's a 3-level scorer.
And that little mid-range fall away, he told us earlier, he loved watching AI back in the day, Allen Iverson.
It's one of his favorite guys, no doubt about it.
It's a little bit like him. This is Storr, a step back from the free throw line. So Storr has been assertive in this first half.
A guy that they need to have step up at a higher level to be successful in this conference race.
Comardine pulls down the Acuff miss. Comardine a little hesitation. Comardine attacks, knocked away. Somehow he got it back. Ole Miss within 2.
Comardine is playing like a poised veteran himself right now. He's 22-year-old. This guy's played a lot of professional basketball. He's a good guard.
He's got 10, make it 8, pardon me, to get his team back within a bucket.
You see Ole Miss right now change their defense right now. They're giving them a zone look right now. And again, Arkansas is prepared to try to attack this zone.
Brazil knifes in, wild pass, back out to Acuff, down and out.
You got to get that challenge in a lot quicker there if you want to try to challenge that call.
Oh, Comardine feeling it. That one went down and out. He's had a productive first half. Thomas throws that one up, and who is it going to? Wagner comes away with it. Extra pass back to the corner. Klafke is there. Thomas, the leaner, got it.
Freshman duo doing what he does. He is a natural, again, wired to score the basketball, and he can score it in a variety of ways.
Yep, so he has 7. That puts an end to the 12-4 Rebels run. That's what got him back into this. Dia turns, fires, and hits. He's got a couple of words for the Arkansas bench.
Dia's letting them know that's too easy. You better come guard me.
So Dia, we know that effervescent personality. He's had that the last couple of years in this league. Thomas puts another one up, and it banks in. Thomas with 9.
Thomas can flat out score the basketball.
This has been a competitive, entertaining last, let's say, 8-9 minutes. 3 from the corner. Klafke swats it back out. New 20. Storr. That's strong. Thomas gets fouled, so that's the first on Storr. 6th team foul on Ole Miss. Arkansas will bring it back the other way.
You got to come out and guard Dia here. That's too easy for him. I mean, again, you've got to be able to be in his jersey a little bit. He can make that shot all day, 15 feet.
He is the really versatile, dynamic veteran. Leads this team in scoring. Last year was vital, part of the rotation for that Sweet 16 team. They won 24 games, but obviously gone are all the veterans from that year's squad. And Ole Miss, just like it has done a lot of times this season, a competitive first half here, just like on Saturday against Oklahoma. Wagner, that one might have been partially blocked. Perry pushing quickly. Comardine passed up the 3, deflected. Yeah, it's off his leg. So Brazil knocked it off of his leg and out of bounds.
6 turnovers right now. Again, Ole Miss is playing really good defense. They're stealing possessions out of the zone. The change-up defense has worked very well for them. They've got a value taking care of that basketball. You got to get a shot. You got to get a shot up every time down.
Arkansas on the other end shooting better than 50% from the floor. We know their offensive upside to this point in the season. Wins against Tennessee, against Texas Tech, and Louisville. Those are the 3 most impressive ones, all coming in the last month.
Ole Miss is showing zone and going man right now, so it kind of confused Arkansas for a second.
Brazil for 3, buries it.
You see Brazil here, he's been a guy all year long that's done a great job of shooting that ball from the perimeter.
Arkansas, 4 of 10 from distance tonight. It's the best 3-point shooting team in the SEC. You see how Ole Miss ranks. So they're all even in that department.
They're coming off a game, Kevin, where they had 7 threes against Tennessee. So you gotta think that they want to come out tonight and get back to their number that they've had for the season.
Final half minute, first half. This is Storr, knifes in, rebound Brazil. Shot clock is off. Arkansas can hold for one more.
Gotta like that drive by Storr. Everything good except the finish.
In Acuff's hands, guarded by Perry. The playmaker starting to size him up. Over to Brazil for 3. Nails another with 5 seconds. This is Storr now with 2. Storr has got to put it up. The leaner. Back and forth showdown against a very good Tennessee team until Arkansas kind of seized things. In the final few minutes.
A game that went all the way down to the end there, and they found a way to get it done. Great opening possession here for Ole Miss, starting off with Scott with the finish there.
If you're the Rebels, that's about as good as you can start this second half. Comardine to the big man, Scott. A bounce pass that nearly wound up in Scott or Pinkett's hands. So Wagner trying to settle things. Acuff has it here. This is Acuff on the baseline. Picked up the dribble, got doubled. Brazil, corner 3, that's long. Didn't hit the rim, shot clock won't reset. Acuff in the air, missed it. And so Ole Miss gets the stop, here they come.
Come out to start the half with the score, and you get a stop on the first possession there. Carmadine's been doing a great job defensively. You talk about a guy who's got more than 2 steals right now in this ball game.
Yeah, he has been solid. Matter of fact, he's playing very well. 3 rebounds, 3 assists as well. Cannot hit the fall away. It was contested by Acuff. Bounces right back to him. Into the paint. There's Scott again. John Calipari calling a very early timeout in this second half. So Ole Miss with a couple. Of course, coaching with Chris in Texas. Acuff draws the foul. Now what does he demand? What is in the DNA?
Beard's one of those guys who's great with his players. I mean, he spends a ton of time. I mean, he coaches guys hard, but he spends a lot of time and loves them up off the court as well. But he has a way of really reaching guys and really trying to get the best out of them, you know, and again, I think that's one of his strengths.
Last year, the 24 wins, remember, that's the third most in program history, and the Sweet 16 is just the second ever, the deepest Ole Miss has gone to the NCAA tournament. So meanwhile, Acuff at the line hits a pair, and so Darius Acuff, who he's basically monopolized the Freshman of the Week award in the league. He's won 4 in a row now after that 29-point performance against Tennessee. Ole Miss in trouble in the backcourt. It's all that heat. This is Knox, cashes in. It's a long 2. The steal turns into a bucket.
Well, similar to the way the game started, I mean, had a hard time inbounding the ball there against pressure.
And so it's Arkansas who responds with back-to-back. 10-point lead for the Hogs. On the road, Comardine on the pull-up.
Comardine's been money tonight on the offensive end. He's been very aggressive scoring the basketball like he did earlier in the season.
He's got 12, already passed his season average of 11 a game. Thomas wants 3. It was blocked. That time Dia deflected it. He's got it. Malik Dia gathers and scores.
Great job on both ends. They're contesting that shot. Gotta like Ole Miss. Ole Miss is gonna play some hard-nosed defense. Chris Beard's teams are gonna play hard-nosed defense and guard you really hard.
And so I think Todd Austin might have just warned John Calipari, coach's box warning. So Todd Austin, yeah, getting a little earful right here from Cal.
Well, it's a good piece of officiating. I like how Todd came over and communicated. I mean, as a coach, all you want is an official to come over and communicate with you and visit with you about what's kind of going on so you can help your team on the floor.
Look at Acuff very quickly down the lane. Missed the floater, though, or the finger roll. Pinkins pushes. Dia, a crossover, a spin, puts it up, banks it with the left, could not finish. Got a close range look. Could not bat it back in. Thomas to Richmond. Richmond fouled. Now that time, just a great cut by the sophomore from Memphis.
Great burn cut there. We call those burn cuts from the baseline right there. It's a great cut. And Richmond's an elite cutter, whether it be from a 45 angle, whether from the baseline. He's one of those guys that can cut, but not only cut, but also finish as well.
The energy giver taking a step forward in his second year playing for the same team. There you go on the bottom left that his father played for. So Billy Jr. played a couple of seasons for John Calipari at Memphis in his early years, right up the road.
Cal does it better than anybody, keeping it in the family. I mean, he's coached a lot of sons now that are fathers. He had the chance to coach. I mean, you talk about Wagner over there. He had a chance to coach Wagner's dad as well. So he keeps it in the family.
He will look out for his guys, no doubt about it. Luckily for him, the next generation, they're a bunch of good ball players too.
They keep coming.
Pinkins passed up the 3. Pinkins got it back. The rookie fires. Watched it go down and out. There's an open look. Instead, Acuff pushing. Acuff to Richmond. Underneath, Pringle lost the handle. Was it deflected? No. Ball back to Ole Miss.
It's a really good find right there by Richmond. Really good pass. Pringle's about to be ready to catch that basketball. It's a good look. Ole Miss has got to be able to handle this pressure up the floor right now. They haven't done a great job of handling this four-court pressure.
Ole Miss gave it away a couple of possessions ago facing this heat. Store inbounds. Augusto Casio on the floor. That's number 88 in the white. Boy, they get it across. They are sped up right here. That's a held ball. Possession arrow favors Arkansas, so the pressure does it again.
And Kevin, again, one way to get a team out of pressuring you is you got to be strong with the basketball. You got to attack on your terms, and you've got to be assertive in everything you do. Right now, I think Ole Miss has been a little tentative right now against their pressure.
Yeah, especially right there. Arkansas running its stuff. Just 1 out of 5 from the floor in this second half. Boy, Acuff high off the window and in.
Acuff so good at, again, rejecting the ball screen that time there, getting downhill, finishing high off the arc.
4 out of 11 from the floor, but he still has the 10. Jiffa wants the 3. Jiffa connects. Second triple today for the Parisian.
Jiffa's a guy that scored again at every institution that he's had a chance to play at, most recently at High Point.
Arkansas trying to answer after the Thomas miss. Jiffa has it. Jiffa's got his eyes up into the front court. Jiffa hits the roller. Casio goes up. Casio.
Great college careers, also had great professional careers as well.
And so based on what we have seen first half of the season for Darius Acuff, he is poised to join that list.
He's trending in that position to be one of those guys, to be one of the greats. He's one of the greats at Arkansas already as a freshman.
Yep. He's from Detroit. All those years at Cass Tech, which is that's a big time program in Detroit. And he calls himself an alpha. Now, meanwhile, in this one, Ole Miss is back within 6. They were down by as many as 10, 11, 12 at points in this game. Went into the breakdown 10. And they're fighting here to get back into this game, maybe take a lead.
They've got to continue to hang their hat on defense, sit down and try to get some stops, and keep these guys off the glass, second chance opportunities.
Richmond to Pringle. They swarmed him. Pringle draws the foul. There was a whole bunch of bodies there trying to alter the shot. So Pringle will shoot 2.
Ole Miss has done a great job all season long with the rim protection. Nothing easy in the SEC, man. It's conference time right now. Nothing easy. Everything's contested at the rim.
Got a lot of size on the floor for Ole Miss right now. It's Casio, and then Corey Chest is back out on the floor as well. So Pringle, he is one of the veterans, 6th year from Seabrook, South Carolina. The ex-Gamecock and ex-Crimson Tide, spending his last year with Arkansas.
Pringle's a guy who played on a Final Four team at Alabama. So
Yep.
Think about that, those years ago that he was playing at Alabama.
It's a good trip to the line for Pringle. He's so-so there in his career, and he nails them both.
Ole Miss has to do a much better job right now attacking this press right now, really trying to advance. You really want to try to score behind the pressure. You want to get these guys out of this pressure, score behind them, and you'll get them out of this press.
Perry pushes it. This is Dia barging right into Brazil. Score it, and the foul.
That's how you attack that pressure, man. You want to back this press off right now, take these guys off from being so aggressive. You got to score behind it. That's a great job of attacking. Great job of finishing here with Dia at the basket. Big man finishing strong on the other side of the basket.
And Dia goes right at Brazil, who had just came back into the game. Second foul on Brazil, and Malik Dia converts the 3-point play. It's a 5-point game.
I love the way Malik's playing tonight. He's playing so confident. He's being very vocal. He's letting Arkansas know, hey, I'm here to play right now. We're here. We're trying to protect home court.
Vocal towards the Arkansas bench
I love
once
it.
or twice.
That's all that conference spirit, man. You got to have that, a competitive spirit.
Hey, playing with an edge. It is necessary to pick up dubs in this league. Thomas likes that left wing triple. Hasn't been quite as efficient tonight as a couple of days ago. Richmond, though, cleans up the miss.
Swiss Army knife, he does everything. I mean, he's a guy that doesn't mind doing the dirty work. Great finish right there by Billy Richmond.
Now, Richmond now with 9. That's where he gets a lot of his offense. Dia turns and hits.
Put him on your back, big fella. Put him on your back.
Dia's got 14 on 7 of 11 shooting. Rebels outscoring Arkansas by 5 in this second half. Thomas now in the corner. Thomas puts it in.
What a great find by Acuff. Got to the teeth of the defense. Found an open Malik Thomas. What a great find.
So Thomas hit the double figures for a 13th time this year. One of the scoring leaders for the Hogs. Look at Carter Knox. Smothered Dia that time. And now will it lead to a bucket. Acuff thought about the 3. Feeds Brazil to the corner. Knox Offline.
Good inside-out basketball right there. Just didn't convert that shot.
Here's Storr. He has hit that mid-range J a number of times today.
This is a Storr that Ole Miss wants to see right here. An aggressive A.J. Storr, much like he did when he was at Wisconsin. He was the guy that could score the ball at a very high clip. They need him to be aggressive in conference play.
He scored 17 a game 2 years ago. That was an NCAA tournament team. Here's Knox. So he misses twice in that corner. Somehow bounces out to Richmond. Lost the handle, and Arkansas is going to keep it here. Pinballs off of a Rebel. That looked like it was Scott. And so a new 20. I think they will reset it, right? It should go to 20. And so our officiating trio of Owen Short, Vlad Tadal, Todd Austin. They get together. Yeah, so you know what? That's good on them, right? It was never, Ole Miss never established possession. So shot clock has actually been changed to 5. Again, for it to...
It's a good job officiating right there.
Yeah. Coming
together, make sure you get it right now. And they've got a short clock to play with here on the baseline out of bounds.
So Richmond to inbound. 6-point game. 7 minutes into the second half. Acuff rises, down and out. Brazil, that's an impressive offensive rebound. And so now it will reset to 20.
That's a monster rebound by Brazil right there. Again, second chance opportunities. You got to try to keep these guys off the glass.
That's wingspan right there. Acuff finishes with the floater.
That's big boy ball right there, Kevin. That's a grown man finish right there by Acuff in the paint.
He's a guy you can put it in his hands and say, get us a bucket. Ole Miss going back to the free throw line. This is A.J. Storr who draws the foul.
Just again a grown man's move right there. Nothing's going to stop him from getting to where he wants to get up to on the floor and then finishing at the basket. Acuff, an elite young point guard.
Takes a lot of shots, 50% from the floor to this point, about 45% from distance, has the 12 and 4. So with Storr going to the line, keep in mind that was the third foul on Trevin Brazil. So it is a much more prolific second half for Ole Miss shooting the basketball. They're 62% from the floor. And they are slowly but surely trying to whittle away at this deficit. A.J. Storr, the senior from Illinois, now has 10. Six-point game in Oxford. Acuff cut off, and it's a foul on Storr. So that is the second on the senior. Which way is this one going to swing? You see Acuff there was saying, I was in the act of shooting.
Yeah, they've called that on the floor right there. I mean, smart. He wanted to get to that foul line knowing that he's a great foul shooter.
Which way is this one going to swing? Arkansas wants to start SEC play 2-0. Ole Miss, of course, you don't want to go in an 0-2 hole. You know, there's the Ole Miss. They have had a lot of deflections here in this second half, and the latest one leads to a turnover.
Second time that their baseline out of bounds defense, and I know Coach Beard's team takes a lot of pride in working on their preparation from the baseline. They've got 2 turnovers tonight.
They're starting to collapse on Dia, then a reach-in foul should be on Richmond, and that is his first. So that's the 4th team foul on Arkansas. Dia remaining assertive and aggressive.
I mean, his competitive spirit, I think, is carrying over to his other teammates.
Got a couple of Ole Miss players get tangled. Pinkins went down. They're actually going to get Knox here for a foul.
That was a little bit of that. I mean, Knox there, that's a tough one on Knox right there because it looked like Dia had more of the contact in terms of trying to set a screen there.
And we saw Calipari walk in front of us swirling the finger. If this was the NBA, I think we might have seen the green light.
Yeah, Cal wasn't happy with that call at all right there.
That's not a challengeable play. And then Dia, I think he stuck his leg out. That is a foolish foul that time, and it's going to give possession right back to Arkansas. That's the second on Dia.
I think Brazil's back in the game.
Sits down. Yeah, Brazil coming back on. Jiffa's back out there for Ole Miss.
Brazil back on the floor right now with 3 fouls.
Yep.
So he's got to play smart out there. He's got to play like an older player and keep himself out of harm's way in terms of trying to pick up a 4th foul.
Malik Ewan just had it. He returns to the floor, number 12 in the hog red. Acuff saves it. Acuff defended by the senior. Acuff, the fall away, difficult one. Dia the board, and we got another whistle. So that is on Ole Miss. And Arkansas will have it when we return. It's got the 6-point lead on the road tonight. And there is just a whole lot of support behind, not just from this community, and a whole lot of support behind that roster and those players that stayed together amidst a unique situation. So Pete Golding, he has got his team in the CFP semifinal. So we saw one giveaway, then another. Let's come back this way.
That's a tough turnover right there. Coming off a really good possession there, you steal the ball there, and then you come down and you have an empty possession there with the turnover.
It's 10 turnovers for Ole Miss. Now they have also forced 8 Arkansas turnovers. Ewan rolls. Oh, Malik Ewan finishes at the rim. There's another assist for Acuff. That's his 5th.
Acuff's doing a great job playing in that pick and roll, knowing that sometimes that if the ball's on the side, Ole Miss will try to ice you or down that pick and roll action.
Pinkins got his man in the air. Pinkins steps into the long 2. Dia, offensive board, but it's an offensive foul on the senior. That is his 3rd with 11:13 to play. We've seen definitely a tighter whistle the last, 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a close one there. I mean, I like the attempt for Diaz trying to, get on the glass to try to get a second chance opportunity. That was a good shot by Pinkins. I mean, just failed to make the one dribble pull up there. I mean, he's coming off a really good game where he scored the ball really well.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't quite convinced on that Jiffa foul a few moments ago. Is that the makeup? Yeah, you never know. Ewan, meanwhile, is at the line. And so Ewan, the senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, he was impactful at times in that Tennessee win. Played 27 minutes. Blocked 4 shots. Splits the pair at the line. We got another foul. It's going to stay here. Yeah, it's another on Ole Miss.
Kevin is trying to keep these guys off the glass. I mean, Arkansas really attacks the glass for second chance opportunities. Ole Miss is going to have to do a better job of blocking here out at the free throw line here.
And so again, Ole Miss, or rather Arkansas, remains in the bonus.
Scott just not taking that step down and putting himself, between his man and the defender there. He's got to step into that guy with a little bit more contact.
Yeah, that one was clear. Arkansas 10 out of 12 at the line. That, of course, has been a reason behind the offensive efficiency for Arkansas this season. They have been good from distance. They've been great from 2-point range. They've been very good at the free throw line. After the miss, though, Ole Miss back on this side. Ewan extending to defend Dia. Dia's backing away now. Commerdine with 6 to shoot. Commerdine into the lane. He gets bumped and will shoot 2.
Just a crafty play right there by Commerdine. Just smart, intelligent basketball play there. Knew he had a guy on his hip there. Drew that foul.
Just that little lean into Knox. He gets whistled for his 3rd. So SEC play continues Saturday. We've got the entire slate on the network. The nightcap features Mississippi State, now 2-0 in league play after its statement victory against Oklahoma earlier today, won by 20 in Rupp Arena. And, ooh, baby, that's going to be a hostile place after Kentucky lost a late lead earlier tonight and fell to Missouri at home.
That's going to be a burner right there. Coach Jans has his team playing really well right now. Coach Jans' teams are always going to play really tough defense for you. he's got some guys who can score the basketball too now with Hubbard and Epps now. Those guys are two guards that can really score at a very high level as well.
Well, Hubbard had that huge game against Texas a few days ago. Went for nearly 40. Acuff, by the way, is going to go to the free throw line. And so Chris Jans likes to refer to Hubbard as the great equalizer. When things are going wrong, you can feed it to this prolific scorer. That's another foul on Scott. That's his third. Fouls have very much started to mount on both sides. So Arkansas is now going to be in the double bonus the rest of the way. 10:37 left in this second half. And then Ole Miss is also in the bonus on the next whistle.
Well, this is the guy you want at the free throw line. Acuff can close out games. He's an elite guard. That is a really good free throw shooter.
Backcourt pressure. Arkansas by 9. A game in which it is kept Ole Miss arm's length away for much of the night. Dia turns, gets hit on the arm. And really, so Malik Dia goes to the line.
That's a really good read right there in the pick and roll action, getting the ball inside to Dia.
He is the hot hand. And he has commanded the basketball, as you would expect for the lone returning starter from that 24-win team. Senior from Murfreesboro, started at Vanderbilt, sparse playing time there, transferred to Belmont, not far away, where he really started to blossom. Went back to the portal, has an opportunity to elevate to this level, and he has had 2 productive seasons. Not a productive trip to the free throw line, though. That's a tough pair to miss. Acuff wide open, steps into it, buries a 3.
You can't leave that guy. That's one guy you can't leave on the perimeter right there. You've got to find Acuff at all times. I mean, he's shooting at a very high clip, and just a breakdown defensively right there for Ole Miss.
His first triple, it was an open one. He's got 17. Brazil had it knocked out of his hands. Dia is the beneficiary there. Back to a 10-point game and a timeout taken by Chris Beard. Basketball family, had a number of cousins play college ball. The latest was Tyson, who finished his career at Rutgers last year, is now playing professionally. Loves the game, and he knows that's the way you have to play in order to be at your best. It's neat to see a player of his caliber embody that.
Kevin, the one thing that stood out from that conversation today was his circle. It's about the people that are around him right now. He's got a great base, his family. His base is really good.
Oh, look at Richmond. Down the lane, right to the rim.
The GOAT finishing strong at the basket. Richmond playing in the open court.
So he's got 13. A fine night for Richmond. All of his offense, most of it right around the rim. He is well above his typical scoring average. Another foul on Arkansas there.
We use the term all the time, Swiss Army knife. I mean, he does a little bit of everything. I mean, he's just one of those energy guys that impacts the game in so many different ways. You got to love having a guy like that on your ball club in terms of Billy Richmond.
And so now Arkansas has taken its largest lead of the night. They led by 11 at one point in the first half. The advantage is 12 with 9:30 to play. The last few minutes, a lot of whistles. And so now what these teams do at the line is going to have a big, or will be a big factor in perhaps the outcome of this one. This is the freshman Pinkins at the line. Remember his 25 points against Oklahoma a couple of days ago was very productive.
I worked many years with Chris Beard, and Beard's going to start throwing, we call it throwing punches. They're going to have to get aggressive defensively here, try to turn Arkansas over. Keep them off the glass right now. They've got to get some stops right now. They got to put some consecutive stops together.
Back to a 10-point game. If they can get those stops, wake up this building a little bit as well, anything can happen. Acuff a crossover. Acuff puts it up, rebound down to Ewan. Follows and scores. Malik Ewan.
That's what Coach K wants from Ewan. He wants to give him a presence on the glass, be a guy again that's embraces the dirty work.
Diaz open. He can stretch it. misses the three. Deflected to Richmond, and Acuff has got it, but no numbers. Acuff is going to take it in, drives, kicks, draws a foul. And so Darius Acuff is going to the line to shoot two.
Great change of pace. You see Acuff's change of pace there as he went into trying to score that basketball there. Great change. I mean, again, his pace is really, really good. His poise is so good for a freshman.
So Malik Dia has just been whistled for his fourth foul with 8:50 to play.
That's the big development right there, Kevin. That's a guy, again, that's been playing with an incredible competitive spirit for Ole Miss tonight and doing it on both ends of the floor. So that's going to be a big loss for him here over the next few minutes.
Yeah, he has been clearly the most productive Ole Miss scorer today, he and Comerdine. So if you're Ole Miss, if we start to look at it from that vantage point, it's now Acuff is getting close to a 20-point night. He has 19. This is Stewart. Wow, okay, not much resistance. He scores it.
Scoring behind that pressure is what you want to do. And again, Ole Miss has done a much better job here the last few possessions, scoring behind that pressure. And AJ's been super aggressive tonight. They need him again to be that kind of guy every single night.
Wagner loses it. Wagner secures it. Wagner now down the lane. Oh, Wagner finishes, plus a foul.
Wagner's so good going downhill with his left hand. He's really good on that left-hand side. I mean, it's something he's been able to do over the course of his career here at Arkansas. When he's going left, he's elite going left. You want to try to make him go right at all costs, but he's a great finisher going left.
Boy, that one looked doomed for a split second, and Wagner gets three out of it. And all of a sudden, Arkansas has opened up a significant 15-point edge with 8:15 to play. So for the Dia thing, you see how this how long can you wait until maybe you bring him back out?
It's not going to be long here if you want to try to stay in this ball game.
Corner three, Casio misses everything. Brazil has it, less than 8 to play now. Arkansas with the lead and in command right now. Who is that whistle on? I thought we were going to see maybe an illegal screen. Instead, it's a foul on Ole Miss. That'll take us to a break. Arkansas is break. He had been aiming to do something like this for a long, long time. His community, east side of Detroit, I mean, that place means a lot to him. And it was really, really special to see what he gave back to the community so quickly in his first year of college ball.
Kevin, that's a youngster that gets it. I mean, you get a chance to go back and give back to so many others that have been great for you.
Yep.
And to get back to the youth there in that community, that just says a lot about the young man and his character.
High character guy. There was a fight for the loose basketball. Brazil is on the floor. He's got it. It's another foul on Ole Miss.
Well, we've got 5 new guys at the sub table here right now.
Wow.
Coach Beer's not happy with the effort right now and the second chance opportunities with the guys on the floor right now. So he's gonna make some wholesale changes right now with the new group coming in.
That says it all, doesn't it?
That's right.
Brazil is again at the line for 2. Arkansas has been in the double bonus the last handful of minutes. They're 15 out of 20 at the stripe.
Well, it's the second chance opportunities. You can't get out scrapped here on your home court, So again, you're going to bring in some guys and try to find some guys that's going to bring that kind of energy and that kind of fight that you want to have.
And you can guess what the message is here.
It's a stern message in that huddle right there. You better try to play this thing to the bone, and you better bring me some intensity.
Wow, so he brings them all off. Pinkins back on the floor. Day, Casio, Perry. And you got Acuff on the floor. Scott was the other player who joined Ole Miss. So Acuff back to his feet. He's stretching out the left leg.
He's a tough kid. I mean, he's a Detroit kid. He's tough. He's built tough. He also said today that he's also back really pulling for his Pistons. He never stopped pulling for his Pistons, but now they're pretty good. But you see him slip on the floor there, but he's a tough kid. He wants to stay in the ball game.
Yep.
He doesn't want to come off the floor.
Well, I'd like to be a Pistons fan this year as well. They got a heck of a roster.
He did say he rolled it out, though, with them when they weren't very good as well. So he
right.
wasn't just a fair weather guy. He's Detroit through and through.
There were some lean years recently. J.B. Bickerstaff, he's got a heck of a team this year. Klafke, the step back three. Eduardo Klafke splashes one. Timeout with 7:20 to play. For Ole Miss, there is a lot of time, a lot of possessions, a lot of opportunities for stops. After the Klafke three, 13-point game. Into the corner, Thomas, that is a contested one. Carter Knox nails a difficult three.
But, Kevin, you see the poise there with Acuff. Acuff recognized he had a bigger guy on him. He backed it back out. He made the right, simple basketball play, and he made a great pass and assist to Knox.
Oh, boy, no look pass that time to Pinkins. It was Klafke to the freshman.
You don't want to trade baskets right now. You got to put some consecutive stops together right now for Ole Miss.
Carter Knox, mind you, becomes the fifth hog into double figures. He has 10. Wagner for three, missed it. And you got a couple of Razorbacks that go over the back that time. That's a foul on Arkansas. Ball back to the Rebs.
Again, this was all set up by Acuff, recognizing he had a bigger guy on him and just made the simple basketball play, made the right play.
7 assists now for Acuff. So he has exceeded his per night average. He's got the 19 and 7. So Klafke is at the line. As we mentioned a couple of times here, both teams in the bonus with 6:30 to play. That is going to be significant. Who can get it done at the line? So Klafke now has 4 in a row. Sophomore from Brazil. Second year at the program.
You want to see right now, Kevin, if you can apply some full court pressure, maybe some pressure to kind of, not so much turn these guys over, but kind of make these guys uncomfortable right now. Try to get it to a single-digit lead here with about 4 minutes to go and give yourself an opportunity.
All right, 5 in a row from Klafke. Instead, Ole Miss, they back it up. Acuff walks it into the front court. He's got it. Illegal screen, that's on Pringle. So there's one stop.
That's a great job by Klafke again, really selling it, getting into the defender there and making him have to make that call right there. Really good on-ball defense right there by Klafke. Again, really making him try to make that call. I mean, he sold it a little bit. I don't know if that's a great call there, but in this, Ole Miss needed a stop there.
He got it. Klafke took the brunt on that one. Klafke has it here. Klafke a ball fake, fall away, it falls in. This is 7 in a row from the Brazilian.
Klafke's making a run right now. He's trying to get the crowd into the game right now. They need it on the defensive end now.
If you're the Ole Miss crowd, now's the time to get up. 5:45 to play. Acuff, drive, kick, blocking foul. That's on the freshman. And Darius Acuff is going back to the line. That's the third on Pinkins.
Acuff slightly out of control there a little bit. That could have kind of been a 50-50 bang-bang play there in terms of the call. But it goes Acuff's way, and he's at the free throw line right now.
He is 6 out of 6 at the stripe. Remains perfect.
Elite guards can close out games, and they can do them at the free throw line. And he's one of those guys that has the ability to close out games from the foul line.
Rodney, it is now 9 20-point games for Darius Acuff out of 15. And he's got 5 in his last 6 games. That's coming against teams like Tennessee, Texas Tech, Houston. Casio gets caught. Finds his countryman. That's Klafke. Klafke turns, fades. Oh, and it is A breakout moment for Klafke.
Klafke's on one right now. Yeah, I mean, he's single-handedly bringing Ole Miss back himself right now.
That's 9 points in the last 2 minutes for Klafke. He has tied his career high. Acuff kick it out to Brazil. He's open. Brazil book it from distance.
The freshman again, Acuff. 8 assists tonight, getting into the teeth of the defense. And again, he makes the right reads. He makes simple plays. Great basketball IQ.
So it's double-double watch now officially with that being the eighth assist for Acuff. Brazil has 3 triples. He has been effective from distance. Oh, Pinkins buries a deep one.
Pinkins shot the ball extremely well against Oklahoma in the last ball game. Needed to see one go through the basket right there.
His team's trading big-time buckets on either side now. Ball in Acuff's hands. Wants it back, he's got it. They clear. Acuff, dribble drive, back out to Brazil. Another 3! They're going to count the basket. There's a whistle moments afterward, and that should be a foul, looks like on Arkansas. They'll count the basket, and Ole Miss may shoot free throws on the other end.
Kevin, the right decision again. Just so poised. He didn't get rattled. He makes the right decision. A lot of times, as much as he scores the basketball, it's overshadowed by making his teammates better. I mean, he's a great assist guy, facilitator in terms of making his teammates better.
The call on the floor is confirmed as a common foul. Ole Miss number 23 will shoot 2 shots for the bonus free throw.
There's Owen Short. Just heard the explanation. Nothing excessive at the tail end of that play. Brazil hit the 3. Then there was a foul on Nick Pringle. So that's what sends Pinkins to the line with his team in the double bonus to shoot 2. Rodney, I want to underscore something you've talked about today and all season relative to Acuff. The best players, the big-time ones, they make the plays in crunch time. So here's Arkansas. Several times the last 5 minutes they have been pushed by Ole Miss. Rebels got it back to 8, to 9, to 10. Hogs are 5 out of their last 5 from the floor. Acuff is making the right decisions. And so even despite everything Ole Miss and what they are throwing at the Hogs, they keep responding.
Elite guards, they have a knack for closing out games.
That time Acuff got it blocked. Brazil nearly took it away. And Klafke now has it across the timeline. Klafke has to create. No look. Casio goes up. Count it. And the foul. So that gets it back to single digits. And a free throw here would make it an 8-point game. And it's the 4th on Trevin Brazil.
Great job, Klafke, getting in the paint right there. Great finish at the rim here. Now you would probably expect some form of pressure up the floor a little bit right now. I'm not sure what the discrepancy right now is. You got the right guy at the foul line.
Fouls, well, they're confirming. Okay. When we looked at that replay, that would have been a very ticky-tack one on Brazil. So it is not on Brazil, and Todd Austin just corrected that foul is on Malik Thomas. So nevertheless, Casio converts the 3-point play.
You can expect some pressure up the floor right now just to kind of, again, not let these guys just come down and get into their offense right now. Take some time off the clock right now. You got to sit down and try to put a stop together here.
Chris Beard made that hockey shift line change, and since then, there has been some juice here from the Rebels. They're within 8. This is Thomas, missed it. Knox fighting with Casio. Is it a tie-up? Yes, it is. Possession arrow favors Ole Miss. And so the Arkansas side is saying that seemed like a quick one. Nevertheless, Rebels have it.
Yeah, they didn't like that one. I like how Brazil came over and just said, Coach, we're good.
Yep.
Hey, we're still battling right now, but didn't like the call. Possession next time will go their direction now. Now, Ole Miss has to take care of the basketball, try to get a good shot on their terms right now.
So for Ole Miss, it's Klafke and Scott. Corin Johnson checked in a few moments ago. Pinkins and now Jiffa is back on the back on the floor in place of Casio. Get another shooter out there. They're within 8.
Change the alignment that time on getting the ball in bounds is a much easier job for Ole Miss. Really good adjustment there.
3:15 to play. This is Pinkins. has to improvise, give it over to Klafke. Klafke has had a hot hand. Couple of crossovers, trying to take Thomas off the bounce. Oh, that is a really difficult one. He throws it in. Klafke has 11, all coming in the last 7 minutes of game action.
Klafke, he's in a zone right now. I mean, he's single-handedly keeping Ole Miss in the ball game right now.
6-point ball game after Ole Miss trailed by as many as 16 not long ago. Acuff puts it up, draws the foul. Well, that was very close to being a potential three-point play. Acuff is scrabbing at his right leg.
Klafke with a really good finish there, off balance there. Great shot, great finish. You hate to see this right now in terms of Acuff here holding his ankle there a little bit. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, it looked like he was reaching for the right ankle. He is up, and he is trying to walk this off.
He's the man you want at the free throw line right now, though. I mean, again, elite guard, closing out games. I can't emphasize that enough to you. You want your guards that can close out games at the foul line, and Acuff has shown that he's one of those guys that can do that.
Down and out, that's his first miss. Watch the right ankle. He came down on the left. He was reaching for the right. So now he's 9 out of 10 at the line. That puts an end to a quick 7-0 Ole Miss run. But the Rebels are within 7. 2:43 to play.
Love to see Dia maybe come back in the ball game, but maybe not. I mean, Beard knows what he's doing right now with this lineup. This lineup just got him to this point right now, so he's going to stick with what's been working right now.
We haven't seen Dia in about 5 or 6 minutes. He picked up his 4th foul around the 8-minute mark. Pinkins, ball fake. Pinkins a long 2. Missed it, knocks the board. And so Pinkins, the freshman, might have rushed it. You can see he's grimacing. He would love to have that one back. Meanwhile, Arkansas using some clock, up 7. Looking to start SEC play 2-0 and pick up a road win in the first week of conference play. Acuff looking to take the French senior off the bounce. Turnover. Here comes Comardine. Over to Johnson. Pulls the trigger. Johnson for 3. 4-point game. Less than 2 to play.
It's a great hit ahead right there in terms of advancing the basketball to the floor. And Johnson's ready to shoot the basketball.
Acuff lost it, knocked away by Jiffa. Pinkins, oh, it's a 3, no. And so another rebound for Arkansas. Wow, the transition 3 from Pinkins. And that didn't work. Arkansas has it again, 1:20 to play.
Big possession right now. I think right now Cal's going 1-4 flat right now. He wants to just leave Acuff up here. And he's got Jiffa on an island by himself.
Put it in the hands of your playmaker. Acuff draws the foul. He goes to the line to shoot 2 to maybe get it back to a 6-point edge.
It's a great call by Cal. Just flatten it out right now. Just kind of let Acuff do his deal in terms of create an opportunity for himself or for a teammate.
Darius Acuff, the unflappable playmaking alpha from Detroit, has got 22 and 9. 1 assist away from another double-double. So he is well past his scoring average again. And in terms of that production, it's his 5th 20-point game in the last 6 against teams like Tennessee and Houston and Texas Tech. And tonight against Ole Miss. He's got his team up 2 scores, 1:09 to play. Ole Miss needs a good look. Comardine spins. Comardine in the lane. Comardine got it to go. Time supporting that 5.
It's small ball right now, Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the lineup right there. It's primarily all guards out there right now.
Acuff had to lob it up to Brazil. Less than a minute. You mentioned it. If you're Ole Miss, they need the stop. Acuff.
1-4 flat. Just kind of flatten it out again here for Acuff a little bit. Jeff was on an island by himself. He's got to sit down and try to square him up and stay in front.
The rookie checks the clock. A crossover. Acuff. It has been takeover mode for Darius Acuff late in the second half.
Acuff is a monster, man. I mean, he's a guy that just, again, plays with so much poise and confidence.
Jiffa, they need it. Missed everything. 26 seconds. Ole Miss has to foul. Brazil is going to go to the line. It's a 2-score lead for the Hogs. A free throw here makes it a 3-possession advantage.
Acuff, he's done it all night long. He's lived in the paint. Great finish. I mean, again, he just plays with so much confidence beyond his age right now. I mean, his maturity right now in terms of the way he plays and his demeanor on the floor and how he creates for his teammates. I mean, he just makes those guys so much better.
He's got him calling the Hogs in Arkansas.
We got the Hogs in here. The Hogs in here tonight.
So here's Trevin Brazil, the veteran from Missouri. Left the first one short. Now, you make one right here. It's a 3-possession advantage with 24.8. And that is great protection if you're Arkansas. Brazil's got to make one.
You can stretch this game out, though, Kevin. You don't need a 3 right now. You need to push that ball down the floor, see if you can stretch this game out. That's a free throw break set that Ole Miss runs.
Combardine with 24. Combardine is trying to get to the rim. Combardine, a lot of dribbling out there. Pinkins, step to the side. Here's a 3. Pinkins missed it. 15 seconds. Ole Miss not fouling. And Darius Acuff and the Razorbacks, tested in crunch time, are going to walk out of Oxford with a 94-87 win. It's a 2-0 start to league play.